Good morning, cadets. Today we welcome you for our fourth practical for term 1, class 11. The aim of the experiment is to find the weight of a given body, it is unknown weight, using parallelogram law of vector. That is parallelogram law of vector addition. The materials required or apparatus required are the Gravesand's apparatus, which is a parallelogram law of forces apparatus, 2 hangers with slotted weights, number 3, a body whose weight is to be determined, number 4, thin strong thread, as small mass as possible. Number 5, white drawing paper, drawing pins, mirror strip, sharp edged pencil, half meter scale, and one more apparatus we require, which is a compass. Okay. And we must note that the slotted weights, the 2 weights are to be known. Using the known weights, we will find out the unknown weight. Theory. What does the parallelogram law of vectors state? If 2 vectors acting simultaneously on a particle are represented in magnitude and direction by the 2 adjacent sides of a parallelogram drawn from a point, then their resultant is completely represented in magnitude and direction by the diagonal of the parallelogram drawn from that point. In theory, you have studied this. I hope you don't have any doubt in the theory portion. If an unknown weight body S is suspended from the middle of the hanger and P and Q are the 2 balance weights which are known from the other 2 ends of the hanger, then the unknown weight is calculated using the below equations. The equation is the equation of the resultant of vectors. R is equal to under root P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. For our convenience, what we will take is the parallelogram. We know that we can take a rhombus or a square. Both are parallelograms. So for our convenience, we can make or will make a rhombus or a square to find out the resultant. Here in this formula, S is the unknown weight, P and Q are the balance weight which are known, which will be given from beforehand. Again, for convenience, we can take P and Q same. If we have P and Q same, the resultant or the figure will come to be a rhombus or a square. See here the diagram. This is the left hand side diagram represents or shows the Gravesand's apparatus. We will physically do the activity, you don't have to worry when we have hands on the apparatus. Just here we are showing the unknown weight. The unknown weight is shown by the blue color. The 2 known weights are shown by brown color. They are hanging by means of pulleys preferably frictionless pulleys by inextensible light springs. Inextensible light strings. In order to do the experiment, we will fix a white piece of paper, which is shown here by the gray color, and put the pins so that it fixes properly. And then we will take a piece of mirror, preferably rectangular piece of mirror, and then we'll fit it at the place where both the arms are passing through, and that the parallax is removed. That means the image of the thread and the thread, they should coincide themselves. I will show you when I go through the experiment. That means when you are able to see the thread and its image separately, it will not take the reading. Will take the reading when the image and the thread both superimpose upon each other. Then we shall mark the dots on the white piece of paper, and then remove the mirror and detach the paper from the board, and then make the constructions. See here the drawing which has been done here. We have shown the drawing here. Now in the drawing, what is being shown? See here, using the mirror, we will first point the place where the junction is there. O is the junction, which is in the left hand side figure. It is the point P, the central point P. Okay. From there the two wires are moving towards right and left. We will make a point on the edges, on both the ends, and as we take the edges, as we take the mark, we now leave. For our convenience, I am telling that we shall take both the weights same, the known weights, both the weights same for our convenience. It is not a must. For our convenience, we can take and then do the experiment. See, when we detach the paper, we mark the 2 points A and B. We mark them, and then when we detach the paper, we construct OA, OB, and then since both the weights are same, we'll construct OA and OB to be equal of equal length. As they are equal length, so they form two sides of a square or rhombus whatsoever. Okay. Now from the points A and B, we can use a compass and find out the bisector of the two sides. That bisector will give us the required diagonal, which will be the resultant of the two forces. The procedure is given. You just take your time to read the procedure by just holding the video for some time. I'll show you the hands-on experience, so no need to wait for me here. Okay, you just have a reading of the procedure when you read it for your convenience. It has not to be written. The procedure need not be written in the answer book of the practical copy. Okay, in the practical copy, the procedure need not be written. Now, as we start the observation, first of all we'll note the least count of the spring balance. We will use a spring balance, of course. We shall note the least count of the spring balance. Then number 2, these are before starting the experiment. Zero error of the spring balance. It has to be noted. It is a must. weight of the unknown body by spring balance, weight of the unknown body, okay, and also the known body. You should find out the weight of the known weights also, suppose 20 gram, 30 gram, whatever, and the scale used for the experiment, let it be 1 centimeter is equal to 50 gram, or by convenience you can take whatsoever length you want. Now this is the table which we will make for the experiment. The table consists of the following columns, and 3 readings are to be taken at least. Now first of all we'll take the first of all are the known forces P and Q. In weights you will write 20 gram, 30 gram, whatever. So whenever we will do, according to me, we shall take the 2 weights same. Okay, we can vary also. Not at all a problem to vary the weights. Okay, for convenience I am telling we will take equal weights. Then we will distribute, when we draw the diagram, the length OA has to be proportionately taken. Suppose if it is a 50, the known weight, suppose we have taken 200 gram, then we have to take the scale proportionately. So 50 gram, what we have taken the scale, 50 gram 1 centimeter. So if it is 200 gram, so we will take it 4 centimeter. Same OB, proportionate length we will take. If it is also 200 grams, so you will take 4 centimeters. Now if we take both the lengths correctly, then you take the proportionate lengths. As you take the proportionate lengths, now what we have to do is we have to use our compass and find out the bisector. We can find out the diagonal and measure the diagonal. The diagonal is OC. Okay, now if we get OC, we'll measure it, and that measurement gives us the resultant force in length. How to find out in terms of weight? We'll have again the length will be converting by gram weight by using the proper scale method. So now we have got the resultant weight. We'll now write beside that the weight by spring balance. So the difference will be the error. I hope it will be more clear when we measure it ourselves. Now we have taken the weight in gram weight, so mean weight we have taken it thrice. So mean value of unknown weight is this much. You will take a mean of it. Percentage error also you calculate. The mean weight, the difference by mean weight into 100. The difference of weights with respect to the spring balance by actual weight, which is the mean weight, into 100. Now the final result will be expressed in this manner. The unknown weight of the given body converted into gram weight. The result shows the error is within the limits of the experimental error. Precautions: the board should be stable and placed vertical. There shouldn't be any friction between the pulleys. The board or the table should not be in touch with the hangers. The middle of the paper should have a junction O. Number 5, when the weights are at rest, the point should be marked. Number 6, a sharp pencil should be used to mark the points. To show the direction of the forces, arrows should be marked. To make a fairly big parallelogram, a proper scale should be taken, which we have already taken. Sources of error which may happen or which will happen rather. There might be friction in the pulleys. Yes, there is friction. We can reduce it by polishing it or by applying some oil or something, and that is causing the error. There will be some error. Weights might not be accurate. This is also quite possible. Points marked may be incorrect, okay, or slightly less accurate. This might cause an error. Weight measured by spring balance may not be accurate. This might be also one of the causes of the error. So that's all for us. Let us go for the short demonstration of the practical. Let us come. Okay, let us start the demo for the practical. Let us introduce to the apparatus. This is the Gravesend's apparatus, which is used for the parallelogram law experiment to find out the unknown weight. Here we will put the unknown weight using two known weights on the two pans. On the two sides pans we will use two known weights, and we shall use the unknown weight. We shall use the unknown weight to weight at the middle pan to find out its weight, and we'll find this using the law of vector addition, parallelogram law of vector addition. So let us see what all devices we have. We have three pans connected with almost thin negligible strings passing through frictionless pulleys. In order to reduce the friction in the pulleys, we shall oil them and see that it does not cause much of friction. Then we shall have plain sheet of paper, which we shall put and attach it here by means of board pins. Okay, we have board pins to attach it here, and along with the paper and the pins, we need a glass slab, a mirror which will be required to point out the particular points, point out the different positions. Okay, after that we have one spring balance also. Spring balance, we can, in order to verify the weight, unknown weight, what we have taken, how much of error is involved. So these all devices are there. Further we have a half meter scale. Not actually half meter, it is a 1 feet scale. It is sufficient for this particular experiment. And then we have pencil, and at the last we have compass. The known weights shall be taken from here. Each of the slot contains 50 grams. So we shall, for our convenience, we have used two of the 50 gram weights, so that 100 gram each on the two pans, and we shall put the unknown weight at the central pan. We are putting it here. Okay, that's all. We have put it here. Now what we shall do is we'll attach the paper. We'll attach the unknown paper. We shall attach the white sheet of paper such that we can draw the reading properly. We'll attach it in such a manner that the central point comes at the center of the page. Let us see. We'll attach it carefully. Okay, by means of board pins. The 4 board pins will be put at the 4 corners. One more. Okay, now we have to place the mirror. Now we have to place the mirror and point the positions such that we can draw the diagram. Now we have to point the position in such a manner, in such a position where the parallax is removed. You shall see by means of a single eye, otherwise you will not get the correct observation. Okay, so you shall point at that particular place where the thread and its image are one at the same time. Just you can see the thread and the image are superimposing each other. Okay, now let us move the mirror slowly. We see that we have got 3 positions. Now we'll detach these are the 3 positions. This is one position, this is the central position, and this is the third position. We have marked it. Now we detach the paper from the board, and the rest we shall continue. Okay, now as we are seeing these 3 points, we'll connect these points by means of pencil and scale. Here also we'll connect these points by means of pencil and scale. Okay, now what is the role now? Now we want to construct one rhombus. Okay, since we have used two equal weights, we shall take two arms, and the arms will be constructed in such a manner that, suppose we have used 50 50 100, so 100 gram. So we have to make the side of the rhombus as 100. Size of the will have the arm which will be equivalent to 100 grams. We take it as 10 centimeter. We take the arms of the rhombus as 10 centimeter. Okay, if the arms of the rhombus is 10 centimeter, these are the 2 arms. Okay, 10 centimeter we have joined, and now from the 10 centimeter rhombus we will find out the resultant. Now in order to find out the resultant, we have to find out the bisector. Rather, what we can do is, we can find out the rhombus will have the third and fourth side also 10 centimeter only. Okay, if we have this as the 10 centimeter, the third arm will also have 10 centimeter. This arm will also have 10 centimeter. Okay. Now we'll get the diagonal, that is the intersection of the two 10 centimeters we have drawn from the two arms, that is OA and OB. This point will name as C if this point is O. Okay, we'll now join OC before we take the this point and this point. Okay, now since this is 10 centimeter, we have taken scale, we have taken 10 centimeter equivalent to 100 gram. So 1 centimeter is equal to 10 gram. Okay, now we shall measure it here. What is the length of this diagonal? The diagonal comes, the length of the diagonal is about 10.8, is about 10.8 centimeter. 10.8 centimeter. So if the known weights were 100 centimeter, the unknown weight will be equal to 10.8 into 10, that is 108 gram. Okay, as we have taken from the diagram, we have got the resultant and we have got the weight to be 108 gram. Now we shall verify the same. Now let us find out the weight of the unknown mass using the spring balance. We have already checked the least count, it is 5 gram plus 5 gram. Now we are putting the unknown weight in the spring balance. Let us check. We can see here, we can point out, we find that it is just one division less than 125. So as we know that one division is 5 gram, so here the reading is 120 gram. Okay, we shall note down the reading. Here from spring balance we are getting 120 gram minus the geo error which is 5 gram. Okay, so we are getting it 115 grams. Okay, so we have found using the experiment 108 gram, and we are in theoretical value we are getting 115 grams. So what is the error? 115 minus 108, so it is equal to 0.7 gram. You need to find out the error percentage also. Error percentage, it will be 0.7 by 115 into 100. Whatever you get, you find out. Okay. Yes, cadets, in this way we have finished the fourth practical. We have found how to use the Gravesand's apparatus to get the unknown weight using two weights. Actually we have used two equal weights. Even without unequal weights or with using unequal weights we can do the experiment, but in that case the arms will not be equal. Okay, we have got a rhombus like figure, but in that case it will be a parallelogram. we know that the parallelogram law can be found or can be used for this, and hence rhombus as well as a parallelogram will give the result for the same. In this way we come to the end of all the 4 experiments of the term 1. We shall meet again in the next term. Before that, I must tell that all these practicals are getting uploaded in the school's YouTube channel. If you have any doubt, you can ask in the class, and please complete the practicals, get the documents ready. Whenever we require, we'll ask you to send it. If you are joining after the puja holidays, you shall bring it with you. Otherwise, if it is not possible for the cadets to join the school, we will ask you to send it. Just keep it ready. That's all from my side. All the best for the puja holidays. Thank you all.